All right, and welcome to race number 2 of 20 in Force 13 racing here on Sundays. Unfortunately, there was supposed to be a little bit of a live stream earlier today. Unfortunately, Nathan was not able to host it due to some kind of technical issues. However, we're going to still be here for broadcasting Force 13 racing. Let's go ahead and take a look and see who's going to be on our poll. It's going to be Victoria Pontius there in the 09 car. She is going to have the pole for the race. Before we go through the top 10, of course, we're going to need to go through the people who did not qualify for today's race, and that is going to be Chester Holmes, Tim Ringo, Stratbecker, Ryan Leahy, Tanya Hardy. That'll be the second race in a row that she's missed. Brian Wood, Jack Butcher, and Shravan Marach Prasad. Anyways, we go over here and we'll go ahead and take a look at the top 10. So we have Victoria Pontius. She is on the pole. Jesse Powers in second. We have Sam Traxler in third. Dane Hammond in fourth. Cesar Gomez in fifth. And we have Ryan Sierra seventh. Lee Barrett eighth. Isaac Gomez in ninth. Isaac Gomez eighth. Nathan Foy ninth. And Daryl Manning will round out the top 10. We are here at the Feltonville Speedway just outside of Philadelphia. You can see that the track surface is definitely a little narrow to say the least. These guys are going to be racing door to door through these corners. The corners have variable banking, which makes it very interesting. The command has been given for the race. The drivers are definitely firing them up now. And once we go green, you're going to see just how close this racing can get here at this track. See everyone lining up from front to back. Gabe Davis there. Here we go. The pace car pulls in. And they come down to the line. A long way down. And the green flag is out and we're underway here from Philadelphia. You can see all the drivers going hard into turn number one. Jesse Powers looks like he's going to pull ahead here. So that's going to send Victoria Pontius to second. Sam Traxler here trying to get the third position away from Dane. It's usually a tall order to do that. He's going to have to throw it hard into turn three. It's not going to happen. Dane Hammond's going to come back on the outside. He's going to get the third position. Sam will go back to fourth. Ryan to fifth. Here we have Cesar. He's in sixth. Nathan trying to contest for that sixth position. He drives it in deep into one. Can't make the bottom stick. And I believe a caution flag is out already. So let's go ahead and bring her back around here. And it looks like we've got Daryl Manning involved in the accident. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what happened. Right on the start of the race, like we said, it's a narrow racing surface, so you can see the 18 get into the wall along with Lee Barrett. That itself, we've seen that practice crash happen a number of times. And now as all the cars try to scramble to get out of the way, a second accident is caused by Marcel. And then the 18, the 20 all get together. And then you can see the 20 also getting dumped there down into the inside. So Marcel Hollis' car is beat up. Daryl Manning's definitely beat up. Mike Scott's also pretty beat up after that accident. Leader Jesse Powers went to pit road, but it looks like everybody else is going to be staying out for this 85 lap affair. go ahead and pull up the ticker. Yeah, that's one of the things we were definitely expecting today. A lot of crazy short track type action here, although this is by no means a short track. This track is just shy of 1.2 miles in length. However, the turns are really weird. Turns 1 and 4 have a much shorter radius than turns 2 and 3. And the corners are also progressively banked. So you gotta figure that right up against the wall, the track is banked 15 degrees, and right up against the apron, the track's only banked 10. So when you're right up against the apron, you actually have less grip than you would if you're right up against the wall. But the way that the track is configured is that you can't just stay right up against the wall. You have to cut down off of that banking in order to go fast. So you really have to make a car that runs good at all of the bankings. The crash ended up involving Daryl Manning, Mike Scott, Marcel Holos, mainly, and Lee Barrett. Those were the 4 big names involved in the accident. We can see Daryl Manning. He's coming to pit road for some more stuff. Ethan is on pit road. I believe he was tangled in it for a little bit. Alex Lovers, Evan Williams, they're just coming off a pit road here. Looks like everyone's just going to try to get back in line. Yes, Marcel was one of the few that ended up being involved in that accident. It's going to be interesting because we're going to go single file. Nobody's a lap down. Everyone's going to be on the lead lap. Lights are off on the pace car, so that means we only have one more pace lap to go. Should be noted, when we go green, we're going to bring you on to the bananas cam of Jean-Michel Chung, as we'll show you how he is able to navigate this very tight and treacherous 1.2 mile oval. Here we go. So the pace car is going to go in. We'll go on board Chung. We'll get rid of the ticker, and we're going to go green flag. And you can really see just how much of the track you really have to use here. You got to go from the bottom back to the top and back to the bottom. It's a really difficult track. And then you can see here, if you get pinched to the apron coming off of turn 4, you're just going to not get the run that you need to go. And then it's going to be all over. So, very, very difficult thing to do here to get that run off of turn 4. And, oh, Nelson's going to take out Schwent. Nelson, Schwent collide here in turn 2. And Nelson's finally spun him around. Nelson takes out Schwent. No caution. No caution for that wreck. No debris on the track, but clearly some animosity there between Nelson and Schwent showing. Meanwhile, Hank's going to try to pass Cesar. And we have Ryan Allen trying to pass Luke Katz. Again, that inside lane's very difficult to make a run on. It's so hard to get a good run off of turn 4 here, especially being pinned down on the bottom. Luke's going to try to slide into the 45. That's usually the best way to try to get as much momentum as possible to get off of turn 2. Try to stop that outside lane from getting momentum. This is such a narrow track that you really have to do everything you can to harass the person beside you to try to get that position. I really think that the term harass is definitely the correct term. You really have to beat and bang to get your way around this track. There's really no other way to do it. And Don Sharp tries to come back on the outside. Don pinches him to the wall. Pinches him again. There you go. Beating and banging going down the second spot. And Daryl Manning's down low on the apron. Pretty much even there through turns 1 and 2. Don Sharp's going to get the position. Looks like Leighton Holland's going to follow suit. Will they be able to clear John Courier? Don's going to pull a slide job up in front of John. Will Leighton be able to make the pass? Not looking good. Leighton unable to make the pass. Now Brian Wood might come down to the bottom here, try to pass going into 1. Not enough momentum. Jean-Michel Chung in the wall. Well, Parker Ellenberg. Not enough momentum. And there you have Wesley Hicks there in the 50. Meanwhile, the top 2 continue to be Victoria Pontius. She has been the dominating factor so far in this race. And in second here, we have Ryan Sierra having a really good run. And here we go. We might have a good challenge for the lead. How good of that run was off of turn 2. Ryan drives it in really hard. I don't think that's going to be the way to do it. Oh, Victoria continues on. Meanwhile, Cesar caught up in a hurry. Definitely some good racing here so far. And look at this. Oh, boy. 3 wide at this track? Is that what you really want to do? I certainly wouldn't want to do it, but it looks like no. Brian Wood's just backing off. I don't know if he's slow or what's going on here. But he definitely wanted no part of going 3 wide at this track. He knows that the 3 wide just doesn't work. You can see more contact there between cars. Now, Jean-Michel Chung, he's on the outside here. He might be perfectly set up to just pass him going into turn 3. Should have him cleared through 4. And you could just rotate off the top of that banking so much better than you can in the middle. And here comes Ryan Knack. He's going to try to put a pass on Layton. Tried to get into the side of him. Couldn't do it. Meanwhile, that's going to hold up the 17 of Air Sylvester. So now here comes Abdullah. Abdullah trying to put a slide job on Eris. They come together coming off of turn 3 into turn 4. Coming off of turn 4. Still there. Chung now trying to take the position. Chung gets into the side of the 48 hard. He almost loses it. Definitely a lot of aggression out of that 88 team early on. Meanwhile, we can see here. And now we put that on hold really quick, as we might have a battle for second. Ryan Sierra trying to figure out a way to get on going here. So Ryan Sierra. Here in second. Let's see if he's able to put a move on Victoria to see if he can get the lead. He's going to try going into 1. Nowhere near enough momentum. You have to be going. You really have to be going sky high to be able to get all that momentum going. Here comes Luke down to the bottom. See, he had all the momentum in the world, and yet even he couldn't get it done. Just couldn't get it. Ryan Sierra, again, now down to the inside. Bunch of cars here now looking to try to get the lead. Oh, Hank very close to the wall there. That's going to allow Parker to drop down on Ryan Allen. Let's see if Parker can get a pass done. Meanwhile, we have another opportunity to try to battle for the lead. How will Ryan Sierra be able to do? Not well. Not happening. You have to have a monster run to do it. Monster run is not something that Ryan Sierra has really had yet. We could see Luke trying to get around the the lapped car of Wesley Hicks. It just hasn't worked out for him yet. And now another dive bomb attempt. Ryan trying to get to the quarter panel, the 09 to upset her. So far has not been able to get the job done. Now here comes the 91 down low. Now he's going to have to defend his second position. Looks like he's going to be able to successfully do that. But now he's bottlenecked up the bit of the field, and that's going to allow Parker Ellenberg to get a really good run here on Ryan Allen. Meanwhile, the 09 and the 0 get together. Issues for the two leaders, I believe, have just wrecked. The two leaders have just wrecked each other. Meanwhile, here comes Luke Katz. Luke Katz trying to take the lead away from Cesar. They come to the line. They're going to come to the line side by side. Contact as they come to the line. Cesar beats him by about a half a car length. I believe the caution flag is going to be out. It is. And Cesar is going to be your leader. But the two leaders just wrecked each other going into turn 1 trying to race. take a replay and figure out what happened here. Well, we already know who this is going to involve. The 09 car, was there an issue with the 09? Some kind of issue actually with the 09. And then Ryan Sierra just got into the back of her. Wow. Meanwhile, back up at the front, Luke and Cesar side by side. Luke just couldn't get up there. And now, pit stops. Cesar will be out first, Luke out second. Looks like Ryan Sierra will be out third. Parker Ellenberg out fourth. Leighton Holland fifth. Ryan Axe sixth. Aris Sylvester seventh. Ryan Allen eighth. Abdullah Almari ninth. And Brian Wood 10th. Alright, here we go. We're going to line them up. Here's how they'll be lined up. So the 15, the 20, and the 2 are out. Nobody retired due to that accident. The 09's back out running. The 0 looks like he's going to be running the car in that shape from the third position, which will be interesting to see. Pace car comes down. Green flag. Green flag is out. Your leader is Cesar. Go ahead and take a look and see what happens. The outside's definitely where you're going to want to be here. Yeah, I would not venture to the inside at all. Though Luke's going to try it. Bold move here by Luke Katz, trying to advance position on the inside lane. It did not work out for him. Maybe he learned his lesson this time. He ventures to the outside. And he might lose the position here to Parker. Watch that 18 car. Everyone is so boxed in here. Cesar keeping the lead, but for how long? Can he maintain it? Oh! Hank Dulson the wall. I think that's about all I saw. I don't know if anything else came of it. Yeah, we've got... Oh my! Finn Geyer, Lee Barrett, and Gabe Davis hard into the inside retaining barrier. Well, I believe that is going to warrant a caution. Lots of drivers are going to get their laps back. And Cesar is going to maintain the lead. What on earth happened? I know it all started with Hank hitting the outside wall. But chaos definitely spewed from there. What's going on? Figure this out. Drives it in deep. Oh! And now these guys are going 3 wide. They just all spin each other out. Good Lord. Meanwhile, there's an issue with Luke Katz. That causes an incident in its own right. As Nathan Foy is around, a whole bunch of messes going on here. So now Luke Katz, he's blown up in front of the field. Devin Williams and Nathan Foy, they all get together, and then Julio Cesar dumps Nathan Foy into the inside retaining barrier, and then Luke Katz hits Nathan. So what happened to the 12? You can see here, he's running in second. Well, now running in third. Like he's running in third. Oh, him and Parker get involved, get into the wall together. And Abdullah ends up getting into him. Just fighting really, really hard for position. Meanwhile, the 32, the 8, the 08, all going to the inside wall. So just a chain reaction of stuff happening there. A lot of it played down to the narrow racing surface of this track. We got plenty more where that came from. Oh, you bet we do. Meanwhile, car jumps down to the inside. Anyways, the cars come up off of turn number 4. Green flag. Cesar in the lead. Ryan Knack in second. Somehow Ryan Sierra is still in third. Jean-Michel Chung quick to jump down into the inside on Leighton. And that's going to give him a quick couple of positions. 3 wide at this track. Are they crazy? Oh, very, very close. Good Lord. I thought that was going to be a big accident right there, but somehow it isn't. It just barely isn't. Comes Jean-Michel Chung down to the inside. Here we go. Now Leighton's on the outside. Let's see if he can actually pull off an outside pass. Jean-Michel Chung gets into him, basically says, no, you're not using the outside on me. There you go. Holland down to the inside. Can't get around the Chungster. Though it does look like that he got into the wall a little bit. Here we can see Abdullah's trying to get around Ryan Sierra here. That'll be for the 7th position if he can pull that off. Meanwhile, I'm pretty sure we're back underneath another yellow flag here. Yes, we are. Yellow flag is out. And, uh-oh. Oh, boy. Jason Mudd involved in this one. Let's go ahead and see what happens. It's just going to drive it really hard here into turn 3. Just a little too much contact, and they ran out of room, and Jason goes end over end. Goodness gracious me. Battling with Julio Cesar and just runs out of room going into turn 3. Here it is from another camera angle. Let's get together there. Wow. 6 just got underneath his other side just barely. And there you can see Ronan Hay putting an exclamation point on kind of the whole thing. That'll bring out a yellow flag. Yeah, Jason definitely going for a wild ride in the 22. And you can definitely say he did an Outback-sized kangaroo hop there as he ended up going upside down. So that brings our top 10 to be Cesar, and then Ryan Knack, and then 3rd place Ryan Allen, 4th place Chung, 5th place Leighton Holland, 6th Ryan Sierra, 7th Abdullah Almari, 8th we've got Brian Wood, 9th Hank Dulce, 10th Gordon Leeming. Parker Ellenberg is in the 13th position. As of current, we have 33 cars running, 31 of which are on the lead lap. If we go ahead and take a look at all the cars that are out of the race so far, it's going to be Jesse Powers. And then we have Michael Scott, Thomas Schwent, Gabe Davis. We have Lee Barrett, Luke Katz, Jason Mudd. Then we have the 38 of Luke Connor. And now here we go with one lap to go. And the last one's going to be Finn Geyer in the 7. So those are all your DNFs so far. Got plenty of racing left here. Just over halfway through this race. Plenty of racing to go. Plenty of racing to go yet. Don't have to worry about a thing. And now our cars go off turn 4, and a green flag is out. This is going to be interesting because Ryan Nack's going to go right to the inside here going into turn 1. And it did not work. Now it's going to be how can everyone else try to hang on here. Daryl Manning of slow cars on the outside lane. How's this going to manage? Oh, 18 in the wall now. Ryan Sierra trying to get by. Hank, his car is a little beat up. Remember, he got involved in an accident earlier in the race. You can see him trying to get around here. Nelson Meyer, another driver that was involved in an accident earlier in the race. Gordon Leeming, he just barely missed one. And Marcel Holos, another driver involved in an accident earlier in this race, trying to get into the top 10. In fact, he is in the top 10. Hank can't get around Ryan Sierra. Meanwhile, Gordon Leeming trying to advance his position on the outside. Looks like he'll get it done. And Nelson will be here on the inside. Let's see if Marcel Holos can do anything with Nelson. The outside lane's really the lane to be at. Outside lane's definitely the lane to be. Here we go. Holos. Gonna try to get around Hank here. Oh, he might be able to get it done too. Hank goes off the wall, so Hank's gonna lose a couple of spots. Will he lose the spot to Nelson? No. But Nelson's able to slide up in front of Parker to prevent any further damage from happening. He might want to go back up to that outside because Parker's coming hard on the outside lane. Despite the damage he got earlier in the race. Can Parker get around Nelson? No, Nelson really played a hard block there. Meanwhile, Nelson actually ended up getting on the apron, had to slow down. He held up the entire inside lane there, rather. Meanwhile, Nathan Foy, he was sitting backwards and oh my good lord, hard into the outside walls, the 08. Isaac, hard into the outside wall. No caution. No caution! Sam Traxler and Isaac Gomez hard into the outside wall. No caution. Cesar is still your leader. Abdullah still running third. Meanwhile, battle for fourth is really heating up here. Ryan Sierra, who's currently running fourth in a car that looks like that. Gordon Leeming fifth. Marcel Holos in sixth. Marcel not able to put the pass on him there. Yeah, Marcel's really, really trying to get around either of these guys. It's just been a traffic jam. No, don't go three wide. Oh, Gordon Leeming stalled Ryan Sierra there on the outside. He's going to have a good shot at him here going into turn 3. You go. 11 car. Slow 11 car. Had to get out of the throttle. Oh, man. Oh, watch out. Watch out. Everyone trying to figure out what to do with the slow 11 car. No one's figured out what to do yet. Everyone's still bottlenecked side by side. Surprised Sam came back out onto the track after that vicious impact. Definitely Isaac Gomez. Very, very hard impact into the outside wall. Here we go, down to the inside. Man, Parker, I thought he was going to turn Gordon Leeming there. Legit thought I was going to do it. Doesn't have the horsepower to try to pass. I'll tell you who does have the horsepower, though. Orlando Figueroa trying to pass Marcel Holos here. He had a really good nose there coming off the corner. He stops Marcel's momentum. He might get the position here going through turns 1 and 2. Oh, momentum was stopped. Gordon Leeming, because Gordon's still trying to pass the 11. He can't get the job done. And now Orlando's still side by side with Marcel. Let's see if he can get the pass going into turn 3. This is where he'd have the advantage. No. And I don't think that'll happen. So Orlando cannot take the position away. Now Ryan Sierra, contact there with Sam Traxler. Trying to get the pass in the outside lane done. Now Parker Ellenberg drops down low. Everyone drops down low. High is where you want to be, I would imagine. Man, Traxler really driving hard. And now Gordon Leeming off the outside wall. The 41 right down against the inside wall. He backs way off. Wow, look at how aggressive that 11 car's running. Contact between Ellenberg and Sam Traxler. And that 11 car is just running super duper hard. Here we go. Look at this move by Ellenberg. Good. The job done coming off of turn 2. Beautiful work by Parker Ellenberg, and what an absolutely beautifully placed overtake there. Now Orlando, he's going to try to get by the 0 on the inside lane, but as we've seen, I don't think that's the way to do it. And then the 0 crowds him here. And then turn 3 and 4, it's very hard to stay going on the inside lane. I mean, there he goes. Yeah, he'll go right around. He has no issues getting around. There we see the 10 car coming back out into the track. Meanwhile, the lead situation really hasn't changed. It's still Cesar in the lead. Ryan Knack second. Meanwhile, Nathan trying to salvage a top 10 today. That would be crazy considering, remember, he had a head-on collision earlier on in the race. Clearly the damage wasn't as bad as the team thought because he's still running very, very well right now. Ethan got involved in an early accident. He's still doing all right. Nathan had to get way out of the throttle there. And that's because we're actually underneath the yellow flag. And we got a caution. And it looks like it's going to be for Alex Lovers and Victoria Ponchas, the pole sitter for today's race. Oh, wow. 9 and 8 go in. You see the 07 going way off the track, and there goes the 49 around. Jean-Michel Chung, lots of contact there with Jean-Michel Chung. That'll definitely slow that 88 car down. We take a look at a couple of cars. They're just having a miserable day. So, this race has been kind of crazy to this point. Here we go. Final pit stops. Final pit stops in order here. Cesar will come out with the lead. No doubt about that. All those guys are a lap down and still need a pit. Yes. So Ryan Knack should be coming out in second. I don't see why he'd be a lap down. Abdullah Alamari third. And then we have Parker Ellenberg for fourth. John Courier for fifth. Ryan Sierra still in sixth. And then we have Hank Dulce for seventh. Gordon Leeming for eighth. Nelson Mayer for ninth. And that's all that came off of pit road. Unless there's a bunch of cars that didn't pit. Yeah, that's actually going to be the case. A couple of drivers opted to not pit at all. Oh, brother. This is going to get interesting really quick. Orlando Figueroa is going to be in the lead. Marcel Holos is somehow in second. We're going to have Ethan Bruning third. Nathan Foy fourth. Isaac Facette in fifth. Don Sharp sixth. Don Bear seventh. Then we have Ronan Hay in eighth. Tristan Lynn ninth. And Devin Williams in 10th. I'm sorry, Julio Cesar 10th. Devin Williams in 11th. Jean-Michel Chung 12th. Dane Hammond 13th. Victoria Ponchas 14th. Alex Lovers 15th. And then Cesar's going to roll off 16th and everyone behind him pitted. This is going to be a very interesting chain of events here. Now, Isaac and Ethan are now coming to pit road thinking, I probably should have pit. Well, now decision time's over, folks, because we're going green. And Orlando Figueroa is going to be leading this race to the line. And the outside line's where you want to be right now. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, the outside line's where you want to be. Now, here we go. Pace car drops down off the track. We're going to have 21 to go when we get to the line. A crazy race so far. And green flag. Go. Looks like Orlando's going to get the lead fair and square here. Marcel will fall in the second. Nathan, he thunders ahead to third. Oh boy, Ryan Allen not very fast in that 99 car. Lots of cars banged up here, folks. Who we need to keep an eye on right now is that 91 machine of Cesar Gomez. Remember, he pitted. And the next... Oh, we got a car spinning. Daryl Manning is slow. Caution flag back out. So the caution came out for a reason not even related to whatever's going on with Daryl Manning. And oh my good lord, we're going to have a massive accident here going into turn 4. Okay, so look at this. Devin Williams is going to go for a massive ride here. Watch this. Oh no. Oh no. On board, Dodge Cam. Who's running 9th? Well, let's get a different perspective on the 9 car again. Good lord. Ton of people involved there. You can see him not going back to his wheels. .36 also hit very hard there. Wow. That'll pretty much end Parker Ellenberg's day. Get a Gordon Leeming cam. He hits off of 2 cars. Promptly goes to pit road. So a crazy accident will take out a good chunk of the field there. As it looks like this is definitely a race for survival. Well, we have Orlando. He's in the lead. Nathan Foy somehow is in the second position. Black magic. I have no clue. Don Sharp, third. We have Ronan Hay, fourth. Tristan Lynn, fifth. Julio Cesar in sixth. Dane Hammond in seventh. Cesar's made his way up to eighth. Pulsitter Victoria Pontius in ninth. And then Alex Lubbers will round out your top 10. We're going to restart more than likely here with 16 to go. Don Sharp's actually going to pull off to pit road, so give everyone lost a position. And Abdullah Almari will now be in 10th. Lights are indeed off on the pace car, so that 19 team's going to want to get that car back out on the track as early as possible. This race is now nearing the 1 hour mark, which is a pretty significant broadcast time to say the least. Pace car dives down onto pit road. 16 to go here when we come to the line. Green flag is back out. Now the green flag. Nope, now the green flag is out. There we go. You can see all the cars flying by. All of the few cars flying by. Only 26 cars remain on the track. 27 rather. And Nathan Foy in second. Not looking hot for second. No, Orlando just took off with it, and all those cars are all lapped. So now here's Ronan in third. And we actually have a caution out again. Good Lord, yellow flag is out again. And we've got another car on his roof. And that's going to be the 50 of Wesley Hicks. Let's figure out what happened. 3 wide. Gets into Layton. Oh no, I know where that's going. Yep. Layton hits the pit wall. And that causes the 50 to tumble down and end up on his roof on the pit wall. Looks like he's not the only one really badly affected by that. obviously. The 25. Yeah, you can see here Ethan getting involved, Gordon leaving really hard involved again. That time I think he's going to be over. You have the 8, Don Bear. He's okay. Isaac Passett was involved again. Marcel Holos, I think, was too far back to be involved in it. No, Marcel definitely got involved. Going right into the back of Isaac Passett. Gaston Cam here for Marcel Holos. Crazy to see a wreck like that happening in front of you. So the field continues to be trimmed down by that. Not a lot of drivers left on the track. No, not after that. That's going to leave very, very few drivers left on the track. Anyways, we're going to restart with 11 laps to go. Lots of drivers are out. Green flag. It's a new track. People are getting adjusted, and I thought we were going to have another accident. We very well might here. Watch out. Everyone gets through all right. Cesar's trying to break through because he's trying to get up to where he was running in the lead. I don't think he's going to be able to get there, though. He's up into 4th. And there's Ryan Sierra in 5th. His car's beat to hell, but he's apparently just as fast as he was before. So, don't know what to say about that other than Ryan Sierra's coming to pit road. So your leader is this 41 car. Remember, he didn't pit. So Nathan is holding on to a very tenuous 2nd position, which if he comes away with that, would be an insane finish considering the predicament that he had earlier on in this race. The 07 is actually the 3rd place car. Good Lord. And here we go. 91 trying to pass the 07. Can't do it. Meanwhile, the 41 looks like he's all alone. Orlando should be running away with this race. So far, we take a look at the 5 bonus points for the fastest lap. Right now, that'll be going to Don Sharp in the 19. If those guys get together there, the 41 and the 17, and we end up seeing the leader wreck, man, would we be going full circle. Here we go. 07 down to the inside. Can't get it done, and now he only gets passed by Cesar. And now Cesar's trying to find a way around the 24. Inside? Not typically. Foy went wide. He's going to keep it wide open for the 91 to pass. Let's go ahead and see if he'll be able to do it. Cesar passes clean going into 3. And Nathan comes down to pit road. So now Nelson's going to be up in the top 5. Ooh, contact between Nelson and Ryan Knack there. We got the 5 car flipping over. John Courier hit by Marcel Holos, hit by Alex Lovers, hit by Ronan Hay. And that might be the end of the race. Yeah, get to the line as fast as you can. Orlando Figueroa will go ahead and take the yellow flag with 4 laps to go. I would be surprised if we get another lap of green flag racing. That should be it. That'll seal the deal. What happened to the 5 of John Courier? When the 11 get together, boom. Just pops them over. Alex Lovers hits him. Marcel Holos, hard contact. Hank Dulce also involved. See another angle of it. Oh, man. So we'll see if we can get this race back going or not. I really don't think we will. We will not be getting this race back going. It's going to end underneath the yellow flag. And it looks like Orlando ended up having to pit. He didn't have enough fuel to make it all the way to the end. Which means your winner is going to be Cesar. Race ends under yellow. You can see all the DNFs here roll by. An insane race here from Philadelphia. You can see Don Sharp taking away the next spot. He's got the fastest lap. Anyways, that'll conclude our coverage here of race number 2 of Force 13 Racing. Stay tuned because race number 3 we're going to be going to one of my personal favorite tracks, Atlanta. We'll see you then.